In less than a month's time, I'm going to be taking my 200,000 mile, 350 pound Volkswagen Golf around Silverstone. It's fair to say, I don't think it's ready right now.
This is Sparta!
In today's video, we're going to be doing some pretty awesome engine modifications. We're even going to be changing the colour of this car by the end of today's video, which is going to look insane, boys.
Why are you pouring all this money, time and energy into a car
That looks like it's done about 100 failed to stops in Bradford? Well, ladies and gentlemen,
This car was not long ago sat there abandoned off-road with mold soiling the interior. Over the course of this journey with this car, it will show you that you don't need to be rich with the newest, most expensive things in life. But if you just take care of the items you own, even if it is a clapped out Golf, within budget and a bit of effort, you might just be surprised how amazing it can turn out.
let's go. Now, over the course of a month, something weird has been happening.
And that thing is me tripping up on this stupid piece of metal.
If you trip me up again, I'm gonna run razor blades and lemon juice around your body, alright? Watch it. Now, as you guys can most likely tell, I got A-star on my GCSE drama classes. But anyway, here is actually the front left wing for the Volkswagen Golf, which we're actually putting on right now. Now, watch this transition, because it's gonna be nuts. Watch. Now, as you can see, the one on the car right now is dented, because I think the previous owner went to one of those drive-through zoos and a rhino ran into his car. That's probably the coolest story I can come up with, but this one, we'll be replacing it today. It's no more dents. So let's get to it.
So we needed the wheel taken off to access the wheel arch line bolts because we
Got multiple bolts around the front wing, so we can pull this off and replace it with a brand new one. 1, 2, 3. Theoretically now, this wing should just... Oh. Let me sit down here. Theoretically, this wing should genuinely pop off right now with enough force. So I'm getting these noodle arms ready, mate. Someone called me fat the other day. Pissed me off. Now I'm gonna use that anger to rip this fucking thing off. Ah, that's off now. This should come off now. I've said that 3 times and it's not come off. What have you been held on by, you shithead? Look at that. Maybe we should quite literally just leave the wing like that. That looks sick, mate. Wide body kit. I've wide bodied the Golf for free. Look, it looks like it's part of Transformers, mate. What have you been held on by, you prick? Oi. Yes.
And now it was as simple as old one off, new one on. We're not going to be respraying this part because like I said at the start, this car is going to be getting wrapped at the end of today's video.
So now that we got the boring stuff all done, we've got a nice big box right here, which looks like that could be my coffin, mate. Jesus, it actually would be. Mate, if I die, to all my family listening out there, don't buy me a fancy coffin, just put me in this cardboard box, mate. It's big enough. Now, inside here is pretty exciting, and one of you guys actually wanted me to do this to the car, so of course, I always want to make sure you guys are happy. But I think this is going to be awesome. I'm getting that excited. I might have to pull up my wood. Oi. Let's go. Oh my goodness.
Now I think we can all agree the rear of this car is about as aggressive as a golden retriever. We gotta change that. And one thing all of you guys would not shut up about is an R32 conversion.
So of course an R32 is petrol and this bad boy right here is a diesel. Connecting the mathematics in my head, connecting the quadratic equations, y equals mc squared. We're going to be making an R32 diesel. Boy. Oh yeah.
In fact, an R32 Mark V Golf is an all-wheel drive 3.2 litre V6 petrol guzzling animal that sounds like this. But styling wise, it's got the unique dual center exhaust tips, which we are going to be copying today.
And now, if you have been a bit of an eagle-eyed viewer in this video, you would have noticed
I have actually been wearing my Loop earplugs throughout the video.
and the ones I've currently got in are the Loop Switch 2. And I wear these in my day-to-day life, especially when working on cars, because things can get pretty noisy. Yeah, vibrating metal isn't really the nicest sound for my ears.
And these Loop earplugs
Protect my ears from exactly that.
And this helps by filtering out the loud noises from the power tools and vibrations of the metal of the cars while still allowing me to hear exactly what I want to hear. Which also allows me to concentrate a lot better even when I'm working on my laptop. My neighbours might complain at how loud this is, but their ears aren't right next to it.
And the Loop Switch 2 has 3 different modes to give you the ultimate volume control through adjustability. Definitely not the way to do this, but Oi, there you go.
And changing modes is as easy as this. Done.
Now, because the new bumper has centre tips and not a twin exit on the left, we're going to need to take this exhaust off, which is going to be a pretty noisy job. So luckily, I got the Switch 2, which I'm going to put on quiet mode because this is about to get noisy. The whole exhaust system would have been vibrating then.
And thanks to the Loop earplugs, my ears aren't ringing for the next week and I'm not damaging my hearing. And if you don't like this emerald colour in my ears right now, there are plenty more colours just like this clear one.
So if you want to go get your own
Loop earplugs, then click the link in the description and use my discount code LOOPX-TOS for money off your purchase.
absolute lifesaver when working on cars. Anyway, it's now time to put on that bumper. Let's do it. This is going to be awesome. I ain't even clipped that in yet, but that is looking spicy already. Looks like a wide body kit. Look at that. Right, the car is looking like Frankenstein at the minute with the rear bumper and different coloured front wing. But like I told you, we are going to be wrapping this car a very, very special colour from the beautiful guys down at Vinyl Frog. There is a very special colour inside this box right here. And you guys are going to find out what that colour is later on in the video. But first up, on this workbench right here is the next thing we're doing.
We actually have a package from Ramair. We have a Ramair Performance Everywhere ready to give the air the sucky 5000, which will give Bonnie Blue a run for our money.
And also included in that is of course the instructions, but over my time I've had about 100 Ramair filters on my car, so
I'm a bit of a pro now if you didn't know.
Installed onto my Mazda MX-5, my Volkswagen Scirocco, my Vauxhall Corsa, my E46, my BMW M240i, and now my Golf.
I actually ran for president of Ramair because I've installed so many of their kits. But unfortunately they said no. They said you're too sexy to be president of Ramair. So I've done so many of these, I'm not going to need those right now. Burn, baby! Yeah, maybe I will need those instructions. Let's get to fitting them. But quite simply, we've just got to connect up the silicone pipe, and it's going to be a sexy installation. After 200,000 miles, did this car ever think it was going to get a Ramair Induction Kit? New bumper be wrapped? I don't flipping think so. Yeah, noisy, but look at them noisy. Noisy petrol guzzling motorbikes. Disgraceful. This is why I got to get diesel. It's nice and quiet.
Don't wanna be a one-man woman. Got me stranded like a boat in the sand.
Genuinely, lads, picture a tent in my shorts right now. Look at this. The Ramair filter is all installed. Nice silicone hose into the fatty Ramair filter right there. So air will come into here, go into, bounce off the heat shield and head into the air filter. Right then, so Ramair Induction Kit all installed right now. Shut that up. Ooh. But anyway, let's hop in the car, And here this bad boy. Listen to that whistle, mate. That is the air filter. That is the craziness of this induction kit. As we're going along, you'll hear a slight hiss. And for most people, they think their car's broken. But for someone like me who loves the whooshy whooshy sucky sucky noises and the pop and bangs, this sounds magnificent. Sounds like Darth Vader's in my engine bay. You can hear it through the flipping air vents. And
Hello in there? Hello?
I hope you guys are hearing the same noise I'm hearing right now, because my hands are trying to fusradar you into hearing it as well. The let off sounds like you're starting up a lightsaber. If I closed my eyes, I'd think I was watching Star Wars. You got hay fever, mate. Why are you sneezing? 201,000 miles, ABS light on the dash, and it sounded this good. Oh, rough. I'm roughing out the window because that is sensational. Come on, you old bastard. And now I think it's time for...
Hey, I'm sick of the feeling I have in my gut. Putting in work and not making enough. Buried alive and I'm covered in blood. Knowing the blood and it came from the cut. Sick of the feeling I'm missing your touch. Yesterday it was all good, now it's fucked. Feel like the...
Right then guys, so we are actually down in Birmingham today. And if you guys are true OGs, and I'm talking OGs of the channel, you know exactly where this place is and what videos we filmed here. And if you remember the last time I came down here, I actually came down here 4 years ago to actually get my Volkswagen Scirocco remapped to a stage 1. And we actually pulled out 100 brake horsepower, which was enough power to make my eyes roll to the back of my head. Right behind me, don't know if you can see, the Volkswagen Golf is actually currently having a little bit of rewiring to actually remap the car to a cheeky stage 1. So what a remap actually does is it alters and modifies the car's software from the ECU to actually optimize engine performance so that we get the max horsepower we can actually get out of this engine. And as quick as that, the Golf is then pulling out of Midlands Tuning Centre with a stage 1 remap completed.
Alright then, you beautiful and sexy people watching today's video. That's the stage 1 remap completed on the Volkswagen Golf TDI with 201,000 miles right now. So we visited the guys down at Midlands Tuning Centre. They got the car up on the ramp, did a visual inspection, and then they slapped that map on. Literally plugged in a laptop. Well, within half an hour later, it was mapped to stage 1. Now, I think this is roughly around 200 to 220 brake horsepower, but of course we won't know that until we put this car in a dyno. So I could say it's 300 brake horsepower and you guys would have to believe me. But yeah, I'm about to give it the full boot and see if there's any performance increase. Holy shit! Whoa! This car's got 200,000 miles on it. It's pulling better than than my Mini Cooper. Whoa! Oh my good God! That's lit. Some of it is kind of nuts going from a petrol to a diesel. Is diesel spit out black smoke. But I don't know if you guys heard the party piece yet, but we've actually got a cheeky popcorn limiter on the car. Holy shit. Mate, that's insane. You know what?
It's not even like, it's not mind-blowing the power, because it was already a quick car anyway. 170 brake horsepower is rapid. Oh my god! Do you know what? With the diesel, I'm just so impressed that it's got 201,000 miles and it is pulling like that. I wouldn't have usually, if I wasn't a YouTuber and somebody offered me a car for 201,000 miles, I'd tell them to get what do I want? That's not asking me. That's like asking me, do you want a 22-year-old or do you want an 80-year-old granny? What do you think I'm gonna say? Of course I'm gonna go for the granny. I mean, I picked this car for flip's sake. But literally, you got the whooshy, sucky noises from the air filter. You got the popcorn limiter now. You got the dramatic smoke coming out. Oh my god, it's perfect. It's not mind-blowing power by any means, but we'll hopefully be able to keep up with at least a Corsa in this car on track.
So for this upcoming track day, the Legends down at ProBike have actually sent me a full disc and pad set for this bag of shit right here. So we got some performance disc and pads to go on the Volkswagen Golf today to replace the stock ones for that maximum braking performance. Now, I even had ProBike brakes on my BMW M240i and they were absolutely incredible. So I thought, because we're taking the car on one of the quickest tracks in the UK, Silverstone, well, I think this car deserves the best braking I can possibly get. And that's why I chose ProBike. These are actually the ProBike Pro 550 pads, which are a harsher compound than the stock pads on the car right now. So we've got more friction and in turn, more braking. And last but not least, we've actually got the G12 performance brake disc. Woo! Now, if you guys remember at the start of the video, I said this. In less than a month's time, I'm going to be taking my 200,000 mile, 350 pound Volkswagen Golf around Silverstone. And the whole reason we're going to be at Silverstone is for Gaston Track, which is actually a car show that is hosted by the UK car YouTuber Officially Gassed. Just like any car show, they've got show cars there. They've also got a supercar and hypercar paddock to look at cars that you could never afford in your entire life. Even if 10 of us put our money together, we couldn't even afford it. Isn't that just lovely? But not only that, it's also a track day where you can actually drive your car around Silverstone, because I'll be taking this Golf around Silverstone. And probably all of you guys who are going on the 26th of July are going to see this car blow up or on its roof. But Silverstone is a super quick circuit, so we're going to need some good brakes, and that's why we're taking these and replacing them today with the ProBike ones.
Do not do this, but if your missus ever does piss you off, whip that retaining clip off, and then you've got 2 caliper carrier bolts at the back. And once we've undone them, we can actually just take off the brakes. She ain't going nowhere, mate. Of course, again, don't try this at home.
These little retaining screws are an absolute CUNT, so I'm not taking no chances. Yes. Oh my god, thank god. Yes. Good thing we're changing them, because they are scored to hell. Look at that, that's an indent. So here are actually the brake discs we're installing today from ProBike. They're the G12 model, and they're actually grooved to disperse the gases that are created from the friction between the brake disc and the pads, which leads to better contact and in turn, better braking performance and efficiency, as well as it increases heat dispersion. I don't know if that's a word, dispersion or dispusion, not a clue, but it gets rid of the heat quicker than the stock ones because it actually has somewhere to go.
Once the discs are in, we can then get the pads in, and just look at that setup from ProBike. Oh Oh my goodness. Pro Bike could start an Only Brakes. An OnlyFans, but for brakes. Because this is looking sensational on a 200,000 mile car. And I cannot wait to feel these brakes on the Silverstone circuit at the end of the month. If you guys would like any Pro Bike brakes from discs or pads, click the link in the description and use my discount code TheOtherStuff10 for 10% off your brakes. So the Volkswagen Golf is slowly but surely taking shape, and hopefully this series is showing you it doesn't matter if you have a Ford K or a Ferrari, a bungalow or a mansion, no matter what you own, if you aim to take care of the things you are lucky enough to have, you'd be surprised how well they scrub up.
Now at this point in the video, I was actually meant to be dropping my car down to a wrap shop to actually get started and reveal the wrap on my car. But slightly awkward, the wrapping company that was gonna wrap the car kind of just AFK'd me. Don't know where they got, I think they got for retirement, mate. But no hate at all, because this could be a miracle in disguise or a nightmare waiting to happen. Probably the second one, to be honest. And the reason for that is we've actually got a Volkswagen Golf right here, but in the boot of the car, we've actually got something very special, which we're going to be revealing to you guys right now. And that is, of course, this box right here from the legends down at Vinyl Frog. The guys down at Vinyl Frog have actually just sent me a full roll of film to wrap this Volkswagen Golf in the most beautiful and I think well suited colour for this car. And of course we are about to reveal that to you guys right now and then kind of talk about the solution to the AFK situation. Without further ado, here is actually the wrap colour. Ooh. Boom. This is actually a metallic midnight purple colour, and if you are a true OG of the channel like usual, you'll know exactly why I went for a midnight purple wrap. I think that this is a subtle yet incredibly underrated colour, midnight metallic purple. But of course I'm going to leave you guys in the comments to guess why we've gone for a midnight purple colour, and it's going to look incredible on the Volkswagen Golf once it's all on. So next video we're actually going to be wrapping this car a midnight metallic purple, which is going to look absolutely insane on this car. Now the main concern we actually have with this wrap is I've got 2 weeks to get this car wrapped. I've got 20 days to wrap a car, and finding a wrap company who can do it on such short notice is going to be simply impossible.
Now don't get me wrong, I did have a proper wrap shop booked to wrap this car a month ago, but now that the car is ready to go, radio silence. Now it is annoying, but this could be a miracle, and it could force me to learn how to wrap a car completely on myself and show you guys that you can do it too.
So that is where I want you guys to comment down below yet again on whether or not you guys want to see me wrap a car on my own as a beginner with no experience wrapping, or you want me to find a wrap company to wrap this car now. You guys let me know in the comments below. I'll do exactly what you guys want. Now not only that, in the next video we're actually getting coilovers for the car. We're putting new wheels on the car. So we're actually getting rid of these and swapping them with some nicer ones, and basically making the vision come true for my main goal of getting this Volkswagen Golf ready for Gaston Track 2025. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, because we're going to be doing a whole lot more in the next video to make sure this car is near enough perfect for the first car show it's probably ever had in its entire life. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and hopefully you're going to like that metallic purple wrap from Vinyl Frog on the Volkswagen Golf, because I'm absolutely buzzing for it.